What is going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. I'm astrologer Brian Scarborough, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology for 24/24 Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. I apologize for not doing the sun signs as I'm sitting here right now, is when theoretically I was going to do them, but I'm just exhausted. I'm sorry. Been waking up at an ungodly hour to go to work this week, and I didn't sleep good the last couple nights. I'm just kind of running on fumes. I'm really tired, and I don't think it would have been very good because I would have wanted to rush it, and it's usually like a 2 hour live. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep the dailies going for now, hopefully for a long time going, and I'm gonna incorporate more with sun signs and hopefully something else to the channel too. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you had a great full moon. Definitely pretty exhausting for me, but having to like consider that like I'm exhausted. I can't just give, right? So that's kind of part of the horoscope for this full moon if you were able to catch it. And I do hope that everybody had a good full moon and it wasn't too intense or there wasn't too much explosiveness behind it in your lives. So let's take a look at Wednesday today. We're going to see the sun at 5 degrees of Taurus. We're going to see the moon transiting through that middle decan and into the third decan by the end of the day of Scorpio. It's off the square to Pluto. The sun's still in a 3-degree orb with Pluto, so we're still definitely in heavy energy. There's still that full moon vibe with the opposition of signs that we have. And we're also going to see the moon finish off in opposition today to Jupiter and Uranus at 22 degrees of Taurus. They're both at 22 now. Kind of crazy. That was a Jupiter Saturn conjunction in like 2021, I believe. 22 degrees Taurus. So definitely a somewhat sensitive spot in itself, and the moon's going to come to 22 of Scorpio, and boom, oppose that. So kind of some more big energy, more explosive. It could feel like another day of a full moon. It could definitely there could be some lingering effects, if you will. Maybe not just like an instant sort of release that maybe people were hoping for, kind of sticky energy. Again, it's a big balance between people and ourselves, and I think a lot of the vibe right now is either feeling very like you have to do something for someone or others, um, or you need someone to do something for you. So there's this like codependency of another in some way, whether it's whichever way it's flipped for whoever, doesn't really matter. But like needing someone else's energy for approval or satisfaction or again wanting someone's wanting to give too much to someone else. So it's like this osmosis, this like powerful osmosis with another person's energy in some way, shape, or form. Got to find middle ground here. It's definitely good to pay attention to your wants, your own needs. It's Aries, Aries energy, lots of it. Mercury is stationed. Mercury, in less than 24 hours, you can see here, it's actually 17 hours and 36 minutes from when I filmed this, but it will be Thursday morning at like 5:55 p.m. I'm sorry, a.m. on the Pacific time. So yeah, it's going to go to 15, and it's the closest we're getting with Mercury in the North Node, too, which I think is very interesting because Mars disposits the North Node. Mars is with Neptune for this, and Mercury station. So, like, it's kind of hard to, like, understand and consider ourselves first right now. And that's kind of been, a lot of what I've been, like, honing on and picking up with this astrology is how important that is. Today's no different in that aspect. Like we really want to figure this stuff out because this is, today and tomorrow are the closest we're going to have Mercury with the North Node. And I think when it comes to seeing our destiny and understanding it and having a good intellectual approach to the actions we want to take and what we want to do and, start getting energy really moving forward again. Because once Mercury goes direct, all planets are direct. So there's definitely like another pop of energy that's coming. And think we just want to be paying attention to the little tidbits and like the little, nuggets that are getting left behind right now, especially because Mercury's going to cross over 19 Aries where the eclipse was. And that's a big one, especially until Mars, the disposer of the North Node, crosses the North Node and that eclipse spot in the next few, probably, 25, yeah, probably 2 months here. Um, Definitely big things coming into the summer about, I think, seeing our destiny. And I think there's a lot of breadcrumbs to pick up along the way right now. We can forget about it though. We can be caught up in things that we don't even value, that don't even matter. So we really focus on the things that matter. I think that that's highly important. We are going to see the moon trine Saturn in Pisces. So the more we can kind of intuit our destiny and then have Mercury like pick up the breadcrumbs and then really intellectually understand it, I think really potent things here. There's a lot that we can there's a lot of places to put our energy right now, like infinitely. So it's important to remember what's valuable to you and what's really lighting you up. Because if you put your energy into those things, you can really build something that's, very powerful and very capable long term. But if we're focusing on things and situations that really have nothing to do with us, really don't have some kind of a future in mind, I mean, I feel like we can just feel lost. Just kind of like, I don't know. Mars, Neptune. I don't know. I don't know who I am or what I'm doing or why I'm here. Especially at this, these late degrees of Pisces, like it gets pretty squirrely. So there's like this chaos of maybe um, a little bit of a delusion of ego when there's so much, ego in front of it with Aries and Taurus, and where all these other planets are that, man, we gotta don't want to forget about ourselves right now. This is not an ideal time to say I have no ego. We want to have an ego. It's just like a calculated, matured ego that's doing the valuable thing for self and for others, but it has to do the valuable thing for self to really, like, I think, have a ripple effect on others. Not so much just give everything to something that isn't yourself right now. Your values are important. Your wants and needs are important. So go get it today. But it's very intense energy still. It can definitely feel like a lingering full moon. It can feel, very like we just have to know something about somebody else, or we have to get the details, or I don't, we can go really far into some rabbit holes. But it's like, gosh, we want to make sure we're not going into just some really dark hole. Like we can go into some really dark holes right now and just, what are we going down this deep, dark hole for? There's like a lot of light to go for right now. So it's like, how do you focus your channel, your energy, your passion, your emotion into things that can, stay positive and stay, in your faith and in your beliefs and in something that can be very tangible for you today, tomorrow, or the next day, or years from now. Sometimes little things go a long way. I think it's important to remember that. Venus is 24 degrees of Aries, of course, and more of our, just relating to ourselves in a powerful sort of independent, dominating fashion, but not like dominating like over people, like just being able to dominate our lives by making calls that are of value and building a strong relationship to our worth. These things are outstanding right now. So that's where I'm at with that. Hope you all have a lovely Wednesday. I have some free time Thursday and Friday, so I'm gonna try and do something. I don't know. I always feel weird doing like full moon or new moon horoscopes like after it. Like I feel like, but maybe I'll do something. I don't know, maybe I'll pull tarot cards or something. Some kind of a live here. All right. Finally, an upright card. Queen of Swords, upright. Yeah, I think really seen above, all the sort of mundane things, seen above just the reality of situations and seeing it from a higher perspective, a higher purpose, being very, matter of fact about the things that you know are taking you higher in life, and yeah, having the courage to speak that into existence to yourself, to others, and to not waver and feel like you're in lack or like you aren't seeing clearly. Because this is the time for you to really own up and I think take responsibility that you can channel your power and your energy into anything you want, and it's always our own individual choice if we choose not to or not. The Queen of Swords definitely recognizes that and knows that. I think that's important in the grand scheme of things with astrology right now, but on a day like this, especially too, because there's a lot of energy of like, I just kind of want to get into their business, or I kind of want some excitement over here from this, or I need to be a part of this group today. Like, maybe, but is it what you really want? We just got to pay attention to what we want right now and to, say that clearly, understand that clearly, and, not have our power taken from us because we're choosing to give it away. I love you all very much. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.